Okay, so last time we were discussing your second season, which began with a cringeworthy pregame speech.
Come on, Anna, don't do me like that.
Sorry.
Come on. No, I'm all right. It's part of the journey. You got to walk before you can run. You got to crawl before you can bowl.
So that was a crawl.
Oh, yeah, no, that was a crawl and a face plant. But I learned from it, and I also grew from it. Over the course of that year, I really figured out how to address the team and also how to do it my way.
You keep going back to that idea of your way or as myself, and I'm wondering if you could help me understand, what do you mean by that? Like, what kind of a leader are you?
A still evolving leader.
Okay. Well, then what kind of a leader were you back then, as you started to find your way, let's say?
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned before, nobody expected much from us that season. But we pushed our way into the tournament, and it was my job to convince the team that we can make a run.
And how'd you do that?
That is a good question. Okay, so we went up against the number 4 seed in the first round.
Underdogs.
Oh, completely. But again, no one expected us to win, and we were the number 13 seed at that. But we kept it close all game, and every time it looked like they were gonna take off, we made a run and we fought our way back in it.
You showed resiliency.
That's right. Come on, you know me. But that's then when I hit the shot.
The shot?
You don't know about the shot, Anna?
No.
It's probably one of the most famous moments in sports history.
Sorry, no.
You should really see your face. First off, I'm messing with you. It is not called the shot, but it was a pretty big shot, a tough one at that, might I add. And that shot sent us into overtime.
Okay, so that's a big deal, right? Like, the euphoria must have been intense at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. But there's still a game that has to be won. And in that moment, you have to rally up the troops. And that is when a leader steps in.
All right, y'all, bring it in. Hey, come on. What you got for us, Captain?
Hey, yo. People been down us all year. Coming into this game, nobody believed in us. Nobody wanted to give us a chance. Nobody gave any hope for us. Nobody felt bad for us. They didn't care about us. Look at those guys over there. A bunch of blue-chip recruits. You see that, right? You feel me, right? Looking like All-Americans, All-Stars, top 5 over there. And they play to win. But us, what we play for? What we play for? Each other. Each and every one of us, each other. So when I'm taking a charge, I'm doing it for you. And when I'm setting a pick, I'm doing it for you. And when I'm fighting for a loose ball, you. That's what I'm doing it for. Because when you combine all that effort, all that passion, all that grit, that makes a great team, which is us. Not a whole bunch of great players. So let's get this win. Together, as one. Like we always have. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together!
Regulation has ended, and we are headed to overtime. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. And before this overtime period, we saw MP pump his team up in the huddle.
And you can see the team respond to him. It would be a great upset if they can pull this off.
Now here's Kelly. Pass to McLeod to take the lead. And it's good on the layup.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Drills the leaner.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Mills. Pass to Lambert. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Kelly covering. Oh, and they take the lead.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
They set the pick. Pass to McLeod. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. It goes on Thompson.
Absolutely great game here in the first round. Not many had this 13th seed led by MP on the verge of an upset.
You know, in the first half, this was a back-and-forth game, but MP had to pull his team together and come back from a double-digit deficit in the second half.
And you wonder how much energy they had to spend just to stay alive.
And for MP and his team, they were on the verge of not even making the tournament.
They were clearly the epitome and definition of a bubble team. I mean, but as you can see, they were a team nobody wanted to face in the first round.
Now here's Reese. Pass to McLeod. To the paint. And here's Harvey. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive that happened a moment ago.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive.
Outside Mills. Money! Here's Mayo. Thompson, high post. The three is up. Knocks down the three.
And this team needed a bucket. Red Thompson delivers. This guy truly can score.
Michigan State calls timeout. What's your take, you guys?
They need to get a quick bucket here. If there's more than 24 seconds left afterward, they can try for a stop. If there's less, they'll have to foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
This has reached desperation time for him.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here. There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And out of bounds, the Spartans will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Castro.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
Right side, Webb for 3. Rebounded by Fields.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
The North Carolina Tar Heels will move on.
And, you know, they were put to the test here in the first round with a grueling overtime win. But as they say, hey, it's about surviving and advancing at this stage. And they did just enough to get to round 2.
And the star of this win has to be MP. The sophomore stepped up in a big way when things mattered most. And what a huge presence in overtime.
And that does it for opening round coverage. I'm Forrest Hunt. For my partners, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I say so long. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you again.
We pushed ourselves through 3 more rounds before we finally went down. And it still bugs me to this day that I couldn't get us to the promised land.
Wow, I mean, what a finish.
I know.
The buzzer beater, the OT.
So crazy.
I need to watch this game.
Mm-hmm.
For research.
For research, you sure? You sure just for research? I mean, it was just like Junior said, you know, my freshman year. I gotta figure out who I was. I gotta figure out what the team needed, and somehow, some way, bring those two things together.
That does not sound easy.
And no, it was not easy at all, but that process was so satisfying, man. I mean, I had to find the best version of myself, and somehow, some way, use that to bring out the best version of the team.
Literally, leadership in a nutshell.
Well, in some respects, yeah. I mean, that's not exactly what I thought too, but the next season, I definitely found out that it's a lot more than just that.
Like what in particular?
Hold on now. That's the question I gotta answer next time.
Okay, wait. You can't make me wait, really?
Oh, I'm gonna make you wait. But it sounds like you turned into a fan, though.
No, it's just professional curiosity.
Okay, well, your professional curiosity is gonna have to chill a bit.
Okay, but not too long. Thanks so much, MP.
Anytime.
How's J. Cole's shot look in person? I've